We have all been in the situation where we have met someone new, but have this immediate and deep connection, sometimes to the point of being able to anticipate what they will say next or to feel as if they were in our life forever. Often it can mean that they have been in a spiritual sense, because this type of instant karma that we feel with some people is exactly that. A karmic connection, past life, and the level of comfort and feeling that we already know someone is simply the common story that catches up with us and plays in this life. These types of past life connections are easy to spot, but what about others that can also span multiple lives and involve soul promises, but may not be as obvious? How do we recognize them? Here are some signs that you have met someone from a past life. 1. Why we meet our fellow souls. According to Michelle Knight, a famous psychic, the souls with whom we have the deepest connection and with whom we have chosen to learn and grow are those who are there to teach us the deepest lessons. And sometimes these lessons are not easy. It is not because you have known yourself in a past life that all this will be love and a happy ending in this one. 2. You are born for another set of the game. One or both of us may not learn the lesson or forgive at the soul level. Until that happens, we will keep coming back, like students who have to retake an exam, until we get the right result. Know the signs that we should look for, even in our most difficult relationships, that we can have a strong past life bond with someone. 3. You are learning something about yourself. If you are challenged in one way or another, whether positively or even negatively, it is a sign that there is an important soul bond here. The greater the challenge, the more you have to grow in soul level to meet it, so the number of lives you have spent with this person increases. Remember, this applies to both negative and positive experiences, because often we learn more from failure than from success. 4. You felt an instant connection. You have felt an immediate connection that was out of this world or so familiar that you cannot believe this person has never been part of your life. This seems obvious, but so many minds doubt what the body and the soul are announcing. If you turn on and synchronize with another person right away, this is a strong indicator that you have already encountered this soul before, perhaps several times. This does not necessarily mean that this person is your soulmate or that you belong together. It simply means that you have already met. 5. You felt an instant and intense loathing for someone. Your emotions help you to know what is or is not resonating with you, even if you do not understand the reasons. Intuitive people often experience negative impressions from people who want to hurt them, and that doesn't necessarily indicate a past life relationship. When a strong aversion occurs towards people who have proven to be safe, to the best of your observation, or who truly love and wish to support your growth, this aversion often indicates a background history of loss, betrayal, of prejudice or misunderstanding. 6. You can't understand why you are feeling what you are feeling. This sometimes happens with parents and newborns. A mother finds herself unable to separate from the baby, even if that means revamping life. The surprising reaction can also occur, among other things, such as when you meet someone you have previously fired or idolized, and have the opposite experience than you envisioned. This indicator is not based so much on intensity as on confusion, in particular tormented confusion. 7. You feel like a different person around them. In the case of family dynamics, you could have a parent or brother whose presence seems to immobilize or undermine your confidence. Alternatively, you might meet someone whose presence seems to ignite the best parts you never knew existed. All the plans in the world can suddenly seem irrelevant because this new person completely reorients your life. 8. You feel a strong desire to have them in your life. The problems of the past life come from the subconscious, where all the time is now. If someone was your father in a past life and died while you were a young child, you might feel very clingy and needy with the current embodiment of that soul. You may feel that your survival depends on the fact that this person stays in your life in a certain way. Is it because the subconscious does not differentiate between the past, the present, and the future? 9. Your situation is a recurring theme. While you may not feel like you know this person before, is the situation you are in so familiar? Does history repeat itself in one way or another? If you find yourself in a situation that repeats a past experience but with a completely different person, this is another sign of a deep connection in a past life. As you have not learned the lesson in the past, a new teacher has appeared. 10. They are helping you for no reason. Someone gives you a hand in one way or another without any expectation in return. It could be a business mentor, a teacher, or someone who gives you something you really need at the right time, and who doesn't necessarily expect to be reimbursed. It is a sure sign that it is someone whom you have met and helped in a past life, paying you forward in this one. 11. Something is left over after the relationship is over. You owe them something, or they owe you. Or they left you something. It can be anything from a book to money, a child, or even a horse. Either way, you or they won't get it or take it back, not in this life anyway. 12. You experience déjà vu. If you experience déjà vu when you are with a particular person, chances are you have lived life together before. 13. You have a telepathic connection. Is there someone in your life that you understand so much that you know what they are going to say before saying it, and vice versa? If so, chances are you've traveled several lives together. Souls who share lives tend to have a deeper connection than souls who interact for the first time. If your connection is on a subconscious level, you have probably been together before. 14. You recognize their eyes. It is a common trait of soulmates. If you meet someone and recognize their eyes, it is probably because you have been together in previous lives. It is believed that although our bodies change from one life to the next, our eyes remain the same, so that you can recognize someone from a previous life in this way. 15. Your relationship is short-lived but intense. Have you ever met someone and had an intense relationship with them just to make it end in a few months or even weeks? Oftentimes we have unresolved business with someone from a past life, but we don't need a long time to resolve it. A short and intense relationship can provide the closure that both parties need. While such a relationship can be painful and confusing, it can be exactly what both parties needed on a subconscious level. 16. Your soulmate. The desire for union with one's soulmate is so convincing and so universal. To fully understand how our soulmates affect us, we must first understand the types of soulmates we may meet during our journey. 17. You are partners in hate. Believe it or not, those you hate with all your intensity are a group of your soulmates. The ones we hate are our soulmates in the sense that they continually cross our soul's path life after life. Because it is hatred of the other that unites you like glue until you can understand and release the hatred that binds you. 18. You are partners in love. Those we love even to the smallest degree are another group of our soulmates. Again, they become our soulmates because of the love that unites us. Our romantic partners and haters most often come to us as parents, brothers and sisters, spouses and children. They serve to remind us of the aspects of our character that we must love and cherish. 19. They are the one and only. When people often yearn for their soulmate, what they really yearn for is the one and only person who can make them whole. When we are with our twin flame, we realize that we are two halves of the same person. Our soulmate gives us the opportunity to grow in love like no one else can. 20. It might be a tough road. It is thought that if it is a relationship of the past life, often this relationship is hell. You get ecstasy and agony, you get a powerful intensity and a psychic connection. But it is often plagued by problems, and it seems that you repeat the same relationship over and over again while your tired soul hopes it will be different. These relationships imitate dependency, not unconditional love. No matter how long you've been apart, just one call and you're hooked. 21. Ideally, past lives don't matter at all. But when they do, they really do. If you have relationships that do not cooperate or that make you confused, less than or obsessive, you may want to explore the factors of past life. Automatic writing/journaling can help, as well as recording your dreams. I wish you all the best in finding and reclaiming your true self.
If you want to uncover what has been encoded in your destiny when you were born, there's a free, personalized numerology report you can grab here.